the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Back on clock now after Lane Kiffin's press conference, but also got a couple of great companies to tell you about, like Rouse's. Go to rouses.com. They are local, and they are going to have local products, but they're going to have everything that you need. They're also going to have weekly specials. To find your weekly special, go to rouses.com, type in your zip code, and it is going to pull up the store that's most convenient for you, but any Rouse's is going to be convenient. Again, they've always got the breakfast bar, lunch bar, salad bar, sushi bar, whatever, ready to go. And they got My High if you're into perfect hydration.
Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, go check them out right now. They are loading up the breakfast bar, getting ready for the lunch bar, making sushi too. So, hey, if you don't have any plans for lunch, go check it out over there. Go over to Rouse's, and also go to rouses.com and check out those deals near you. Rouses.com. So the pictures are making their rounds a little bit of you boys here with Wheat, with Wit.
Wheat.
It was a combination. Wit and Weeks.
Yeah, you're just getting ready for your promo,
Yep.
your UFC fight, fisticuffs.
Wasn't throwing the L up, buddy.
I know. You've told us. You've explained it. All right, I do want to go back to Trey'Dez Green with you. Mm-hmm. One thing that when you have a tight end like that, you got to be careful with. You don't want to fall into tendencies. You got to make sure that you're doing some things in the run game with him so people don't just follow him knowing he's going to go out for a route. He's a willing blocker, and so that's half the battle there. But when you have a situation, when you have a player like that, and I don't want to call him a tweener. I always felt like tweener was disrespectful to people when they'd say that. It's just he's a player that's unique. How do you make sure? Because, again, we got to go back to what we said. Ole Miss, they ran the football. Lane's going to do that. So how do you make sure that you don't fall into tendencies, right? Is it, you motion him, you move him, you put him in better situations. Now, he's a big kid,
right?
But he hasn't done a lot of inline blocking. That's not who he is. So if you want to be an 11 personnel and run the football, how do you get away with that with Trey'Dez Green?
Well, you can do different things. I mean, you don't have to make him inline completely, but still part of the running game process. You can stand him up even though and put him, 3-4 yards off of the tackle. You can do different things. You can put him in a lot of motions. But, I mean, you heard Whit talk about when we were interviewing him that this year, going against that Lane Kiffin offense, they line up in one formation, and there's no tendencies there because it's the same formation, right? And they're not – they're not tightening up an X receiver or a Z receiver or motioning a guy to a certain point in the line of scrimmage that gives away certain things. And that is hard to do. And so what you can do with a tight end like that is if you have a running game that you can run, if the defense is having to think about 6 or 7 different types of runs against a certain formation, personnel, well, that also got them thinking one thing, and then all of a sudden you can play action with Trey'Dez and get him a little bit lost in the eyesight. Now, if he's split out, of course they're going to be focusing on him, right? They will focus on him, but once he's closer to that line of scrimmage, those interior 7 on the defense, they have to focus on everything. They got to watch the quarterback. They got to watch the running back. They read through the offensive lineman to see if they're pass setting or they run blocking, what it is. And it's easier to get some good matchups for the tight end. Now, is he going to be that willing blocker that's going to put his hand in the dirt on short yardage and goal line? I don't know. I don't know if we've really seen that.
You really don't want him to probably be that.
Yeah, you don't have to be that. But and we're going to keep talking about that. And this is going to be a common theme throughout this season of breaking down the film and talking about this offense is the pace of play. The speed at which LSU's offense will operate will allow them to create advantageous matchups for Trey'Dez.
Yes.
So if you traditional huddle and you traditional take your time at the line of scrimmage, it gives the defense an opportunity to make adjustments and make different calls. Hey, safety, down left because Trey'Dez is over there.
Yeah.
Let's get somebody. Let's create some sort of, at least, maybe not a traditional double team, but some sort of more body presence in his way. Well, if you're going fast, you don't have time
That's
to
what I was
do
going to
that.
say. How much of them going fast allows them to not get away with things, but a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you can't be as exotic on defense. I think we saw that a little bit last year when LSU played. I mean, remember all the things Blake Baker was doing, and then that week, you can't really do all of those things, bringing people from depth and doing different things.
You can't, because guess what? We're going to be going fast, and Trey'Dez is going to line up in the line of scrimmage. Then he's going to line up in the backfield. And then guess what? He's going to line up at wide, the Z receiver, out to the strength. Then he's going to line up as slot receiver. And then it's going to be 3-by-1, and he's going to be the single receiver on the backside. You just don't know where he's going to line up. And there's no way with the speed that they play that, like, if he lines up as the X receiver all by himself with 3 receivers the other side, LSU is going to be going so fast, there's no way for them to change their coverage or their pressure to protect that backside corner from having to go one-on-one with a guy that's 6'7", probably for a lot of the season a DB that's 5'10". So it's going to create matchup problems. That's why a lot of us, and I'm one of them, think that he could be the most dynamic and explosive offensive player outside of quarterback, but one of the more important offensive pieces to any team in the country this year.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how he's utilized because, again, one thing that I don't think people really realize is how effective Ole Miss was using the tight end position last year. Like, their tight end had over 600 receiving yards.
It feels like 6 guys had over 600 receiving yards.
They kind of did. That was kind of like a group of guys where they didn't really have one standout. It was mostly spread out amongst everybody there. But I'm trying to pull up what the numbers were from a year ago. Funny enough, the old intro net in, in the media days
no way.
is not the best. So they're tied in. Daquan Wright, 39 catches, 635 yards, 16 yards per catch, 5 touchdowns, which is a big 16.3 for a tight end is a big number. He's a big body, too. Different build than Trey'Dez, but, you know, he was big in the LSU game. If y'all remember, he closed that game out on a 4th down, like a little, you know, a wide delay that nobody was covering him on. So for Ole Miss, they had receivers with 934, 811, 684, 635. But Wright, again, the tight end, was tied for 4th with 635 receiving yards. And, again, that is not a tight end that has the skill set of a Trey'Dez Green. Like, he's somebody I'm trying to think if Wright got drafted at the very back end of the draft or he's an undrafted free agent. So it's not to, you know, throw shade at his name. He's 6'4", probably 6'3", 240.
Yeah.
So Trey'Dez is a different skill set, obviously a more athletic skill set. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how much they can utilize the tight end position. 16.3 yards per catch. That's a big number.
Yeah, I mean, those stats you're reading from Ole Miss a year ago are the definition of spreading the ball around and being a very prolific offense, right? When you have that many guys with over 600 yards receiving, man, that's extremely balanced. And especially with, I mean, you look at what they did in the running game, too. I mean, Ole Miss was eating up yards last year on offense. So, my God, LSU. We're going to go from last year to this year, and you got to expect that LSU will be, you know, trending in these types of numbers. And from an offensive production standpoint, right?
Yeah, so what did we say? Five guys over 600 yards receiving, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to guess how many LSU had?
0?
Not one.
Not one.
LSU's leading receiver, Barryon Brown, had 532 yards receiving. Ole Miss had 5 guys over 600 yards.
Wow, that's impressive. It's hard to do that. Hard to do that on both sides of the for Ole Miss, and harder to do that for LSU, probably. But that does kind of speak to how the tempo that they go, the tempo that Ole Miss worked with, and the tempo that LSU will work with this season. That does speak to maybe there's like one series you'll have a group of receivers, and the next series it's a different group of receivers, just because of the speed at which they have to play, the conditioning that they will have. Maybe it's better to do that. Maybe the rotation is a little bit heavier from the wide receiver standpoint because they are running so much. So maybe it's trying to keep fresh legs. Like, all right, this is our series 1 crew. This is our series 2. Then we're just going to keep going back and forth. And so that might be one of these reasons why there's so many people with such high production.
All right, we will step away, but again, got another 45 minutes coming your way. It is LSU Day. Lane Kiffin already spoke at the podium. We had a chance to catch up with Whit Weeks a little bit earlier, so you can go back and you can watch that interview. Talking a lot of Trey'Dez Green. Maybe we talk a little TJ Daugherty when we come back and just look at the defense, the additions that the defense made a year ago. You added 2 edge rushers. You got 3 sacks from those edge rushers. That's something that needs to go up. Let's examine that defense when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to First American Bank and Trust at FABT.com. Well over 100 years, they have been in the local community, and they have been there for you. We say it every day, and it is true. You're not an account number, you're a face, you're a name, you are a relationship. And decisions are made in Louisiana. Decisions are asked, from New York or asked from San Francisco when it comes to a personal loan, a business loan, whatever it is. It's right there. It's in that branch. It's at home. It's FABT.com.
That's right. First American Bank and Trust. You're a Louisiana bank that's been doing it a long, long time, over a century, over 100 years that they've been doing business with Louisiana families, Louisiana businesses. So, look, if you are looking to get a home loan, if you are looking to get a business loan, maybe you need a little bit more runway for that business to operate the way you want to operate. Make sure you're doing it with a bank that is making local Louisiana decisions, not on the East Coast or the West Coast. So go check them out. First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
Live from the 2026 SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Presented by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber, and Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Shot at 85.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from SEC Media Days, Tampa, Florida. Going to be joined now by the best dressed man every single year here at Media Days, Roman Harper, former Alabama. That's all our sponsors. We're
I was
popular.
like, what is Bath Fitter?
Yeah. Yeah. You hear that, Bath Fitter? We got Roman Harper, say your name. Hey, looking for a new bath, Roman? We got you, man. Got you covered. What's up, brother? How we doing, man?
I'm doing good, dude. I can't complain. Like, I've got to play golf all week. Tampa's been nice. Weather's good.
Yeah.
I had a pool day. Just went by the pool and just like
a little bit off the footprint. I know Florida's kind of close, but you know what?
Not really.
I'm not mad at it, though.
Me neither. It was like, you know what? Let's go somewhere where it's warm and maybe like something good, people to look at. Like, let's go to Tampa.
Yeah. It's like a mini Miami. I don't say it's Miami. It's a mini Miami.
It's a lot slower.
Yeah.
It's probably way more cost efficient than Miami.
I learned that at the Natty this year. I'm like, oh, my God.
Dude, yeah, I had a couple of drinks last night. It was only $42. I was like, I think I'm all right with that. It was like four drinks for like $40. I was like, I ain't mad at that.
That's pretty efficient.
I can deal with that.
That's
I was
the way
expecting
it should
more
be there. That's the way it should be. And I like you got the cigar and everything. I know they're famous for some cigars around here.
They are. Ybor City's like the crown jewel of cigars is what I've been told. I brought this one with me because I like to smoke a cigar when I play golf. I'm trying not to be a tobacco guy anymore, so I'm trying to find other vices.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a little bit better with myself.
Look, we were just trying to stay awake in meeting rooms. That's how it all started.
That's how it starts, right?
100%.
You fall asleep with sunflower seeds. You're like, dude, I got to step my game up.
do.
This is not, you know what I mean? That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
It's just like, the seeds aren't working no more. I got to step my game up.
So
you
get
you a can.
8 hours in a dark room. You gotta have some sort of vice, right? And it's,
it happens.
It happens.
Well, the best thing about New Orleans is like, as the week progressed, like once we got to like Thursday, after Thursday practice, the players would kind of like do our own kind of meeting before the coaches.
Yeah.
And, the daiquiri shop around the corner, bro, was on fire for us. Like, we go get the daiquiris on Thursday, and it was great because, Louisiana, like, it's okay to take alcohol with you. It's not an issue.
Yeah, they put that whole piece of tape over the straw holder, It's holding you back.
It's the best.
Holding you back. What's the golf game up to now? How we doing? What's the handicap?
I played pretty good this week. I shot an 86 and an 87.
go.
The 87 though, I shot a 41 on the front. I was like, dude, I'm about to be cooking. And then I shot a 46 on the back, just not good off the tee.
Yeah.
And but overall, it's fine though. I'm hitting the ball a lot better. I'm actually drawing the ball, which is actually giving me more distance, which isn't always good because you can't control the draw. I've never hit a draw before.
It makes you feel good.
It's like towers up there, and it just curls right because I'm lefty, and it goes just. I can't control it, but yeah.
See, I feel like 85 to 88 is like a sweet range because like you're good enough to play with anybody. You're not going to lose a ton of balls. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're just good enough not to get mad at not being the best.
Right.
Like I feel like it's a really good sweet spot.
Yeah, because I always tell myself like, dude, I don't want to get good where I'm getting mad if I'm not playing well.
Yeah.
Like I got to be like forgive myself all the time.
Yeah.
And we've all
I'm
had
not a professional.
That front nine, just like you said, where like you got to ask the club pro, like, hey, what's the course record?
Yeah.
Here, like I'm playing lights out right now.
Lights out. I wish I'd have made a couple more putts, but I did have a lot of pars, just a lot of pars, which is good golf.
And there's if I had one par.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you've ever parred. Ever.
No, maybe like a par 3, like a one-time got lucky there. I'm not a golfer, man. I'm a meathead, man. It's like
you're a family guy too. That's good.
Yes,
that's good.
So, look, we could talk Alabama, we could talk LSU, and maybe we find our way there. But we're pretty excited about the Saints.
Yes.
And so, since we're on here in Louisiana, obviously we could talk about the Saints here, even though we're at SEC Media Day. I don't know. They brought the band back, which I appreciated. Like AK and Cam coming back.
That's good.
I think it is good. I mean, Cam was good last year.
It's also, as you age out in the league, right? Cam's been there forever.
Yes.
Like, did you really, like, Cam's like putting up like, oh, I want to go because he wants the sack number.
Right.
He has this number in his head. He's made this very public.
Yep.
So this is what he wants. And I'm glad he's hopefully be able to do it in a New Orleans Saints jersey.
Yeah.
Because it would feel a lot emptier if you just all of a sudden you just go get the number. That's the only reason you're still out there.
Yeah.
Is you're chasing
this number. If he did it in a Colts jersey,
right.
It'd look a little weird.
It would be weird.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad they were able to figure that out, and maybe Cam humble himself a little bit, take whatever number, and everybody's happy with whatever that was going to be. And you can still stay around, and hopefully you guys have some success this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to win a Super Bowl. They're going to have an easier schedule because, I mean, they're the most exciting 5-win team like in NFL.
Yeah.
Like they won like 5 games, and everybody's like, dude, this is it. like we can see all the signs. And I'm like, I don't know, but I like it, right? I like exciting because it hasn't been fun the last couple of years, and they found more ways to lose games than they did to win them. And when you got a young quarterback who, let's just be honest, he won the offseason.
He did.
Because he took a video with Drew Brees working out. Like, that's all it takes.
That's all you got to do.
He won the offseason by looking like
maybe if Derek Carr would have done it, maybe he'd have had a better time.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Derek
what I'm
Carr
saying.
went to Chipotle his first day in New Orleans. That's a big L right there,
Yeah, but you got to go somewhere local.
You got to.
Yeah. You need to go Raising Cane's.
Yeah. Tyler Shuck understands the assignment. Like, he gets what, I got to go to the Oyster Festival. I got to go work out with Drew Brees. I got to do these things.
You got to check those boxes if you want to, because the Saints fans are all the same, dude. Like, they just want to love their team.
That's right.
They want to love on LSU majority of the time.
Yeah. You guys, some of your fans too, though. Alabama fans.
I know. I said most of the majority of the time. LSU still runs majority of it,
right.
But yeah, I mean, it's also some Ole Miss and Tulane in there too.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for them. I think because of the being in last place in the South, they should get the easiest schedule. It should help them. And I want to see Tyler Shuck not hit that sophomore slump.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So you talk about him winning the offseason. Mickey Loomis has also, for the last 2 off seasons, done an awesome job. And his opinion that the Saints fans have had of him has kind of been up and down throughout his tenure.
It's been so
but nobody can argue with the last 2 years. He's made all the right moves that people wanted him to make.
Well, it's funny because they'll go through years where it's like 2 or 3 years where like everybody hates all their draft picks, and you look up in 3 years and they're all kind of gone.
Yeah.
So they've hit those, but they've also hit the highs, like the 2017 draft.
Yeah.
Like totally reset Ramczyk, Kamara. They had the corner. Sorry, Lattimore.
Yeah.
You like hit on all these, right?
Yeah.
That gives you 5, 6
Hendrickson,
years.
I think, was in that one.
Trey was the third round pick in that one. Like all of those guys hit.
Yeah.
Same thing as my class in 06. That's
No
like
doubt.
boom, all those hit. And so those last you and they give you runway.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now, last year's class seems like it's another class that's going to be a hit.
I agree.
But you also found the hidden gems like Granderson.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you got to have those guys, too.
For sure.
That all of a sudden now you have a complete roster. I'm a big fan of Mickey. I'm actually going to start trying to work with him a little bit.
Yeah.
And just
good.
get out there. I want to I watch a lot of college.
Yeah.
So just go around and just listen to those guys, what they're doing before these meetings and how they're putting
That'd be
together
awesome.
draft boards and stuff. I just have a little bit of an opinion about what I would say about this player. So.
And I love the way you deliver that opinion, sir. And we appreciate time. We're going to wrap it up.
Thanks,
we'd keep you here for like 30 more minutes.
I know, and we'd probably talk a lot of other crazy stuff.
That we would. That we would.
Hey,
So
who that?
we
And
appreciate
for
it.
all my LSU fans out there, roll Tide.
Cut the mic.
All right. Turn his volume down. Get out of here. We love you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, bro.
All right, Roman Harper, Alabama legend, Saint legend, Panther legend. Man knows the NFC South. And look, we could have talked to LSU, but Landon.
Always tough to game plan against him in the league.
Yeah.
Always tough.
Yeah, we could talk some LSU, some Bama stuff, but I wanted to get some Saints from Roman Harper, so we certainly appreciate that. Hey, I like hearing that he might be working with Mickey Loomis. A little scouting, it sounded like maybe like, hey,
Yeah, maybe a little
I follow this
scouting.
guy,
I
watch a
mean-
lot of tape. Hey, you should look at this guy.
Let's see. When did Mickey get to New Orleans? I mean, he had to have been there for a lot or
I think
most.
he was there the whole. No, he's there the whole time. Roman
Okay.
was there. I think it's early 2000s. It's like
We gotta
25
run.
years that
Yeah.
he's been there.
We're coming up on a quarter century right now.
Yes.
So
he drafted Roman for sure.
God, I was watching him hold that. Looked like a good cigar.
He was carrying it around like it meant something.
Yep.
So I'm going to assume it had some value on it.
A little touch of value.
A little touch of value. Like he was holding on to it like
He saved money on the drinks.
so he could
So
buy
he
the
could
cigar.
buy a cigar.
Yeah.
I'm-
I like how he tried to do like the vet move of wearing houndstooth for Bama, but he did it in Navy. So he's like, this is an Alabama houndstooth, This
Yeah,
is,
for sure. I mean,
it's a neutral.
as a
houndstooth.
reporter, you must stay neutral in what you wear.
Yeah. But see, he gets paid by the network. You're supposed to be a homer. We're only in Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't either. You'd probably wear the same thing.
If I was on national.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You don't have to be subtle with it. I mean, people know. People
true.
get it.
That's true. I was working with Dusty Dvorak the other day, and he played at Oklahoma. And every time he would say something nice about Oklahoma, he felt like he had to go back and I don't know,
He had to
put a
come back and be
disclaimer
like,
on it a little
yeah.
bit. I'm like, Dusty, buddy, you don't. I told him on air, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can
Yeah.
talk nice about Oklahoma,
Right.
And we don't think you're a giant homer. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. It's.
If I'm going to be a homer, a lot of times I'll announce, "Hey, I'm about to be a homer right now."
So he was like, man, yeah, Oklahoma, they're gonna be really good this year, but they could be pretty bad.
Exactly. Yes. That's
Yeah, you don't have to
exactly
do
what
that.
I like.
You don't have to do that.
All right.
That was great, though. I mean, that's the first time we've, this week, naturally, it's the first time we really got to talk about the Saints.
It is.
But
yeah.
and it's good to talk with the Saints legend about that. So
He pointed out something that you and I have talked about a lot. They get a last place schedule, and that always helps you out. I mean,
Yeah.
look at what New England was able to do with a last place schedule a year ago. Now, I'm not saying the Saints are going to win 14 games, but it shows you how much it can help you out and what it can do for you. So you're going to play the other last place teams. And look, sometimes those teams are going to be better, but a lot of times there are going to be some really bad teams. There's going to be teams with 3 wins in there. You had 6. So a lot of the worst teams in the NFL, you doubled their win total. So we'll see. We'll see if that helps the Saints. I think the Saints are going to be so much better. I'm so excited to get to camp. I'll be down there August the 13th. I know we're trying to all get down there to see if we can maybe watch a practice. Yeah, I just surprised you. That's right. That's in the works.
hey, I'd love to
just informed you of that.
learn
So,
that here today.
as it came out of my
And
mouth.
I've
you
learned
just
2
learned
things
that.
today. That I might be going to Saints training camp, and we're all going to die. That's the 2 things I've learned today. Lane taught me that. What?
Did you have Hulk Hogan in the press
I
conference?
didn't have that on the bingo card, man.
Yeah.
I wish I would have. Just goes to show you. Can't predict that, man.
All right, we will step away. Before we do, I do want to remind you about our friends over at Gin Gators. JittenGatorsWithAZ.com. There's already activity in the Gulf of America if you've been watching the news, and so make sure you're prepared. Make sure you are ready to go. When you have that whole home generator, it is the ultimate peace of mind. You know if there's bad weather and everybody on the block is out, you are going to be fully functional. Again, it is the ultimate peace of mind, because a lot of times before I had a whole home generator, I'm like, man, do we have gas? Do we have the little generators are ready to go? Is it going to be able to run the fridge? Whole home generator with Gin Gators, you can run the entire deal. Don't miss a beat. JittenGatorsWithAZ.com. All right, so we were going to talk LSU defense in that segment. We can bring that back. We were lucky enough to be joined by our guy, Roman Harper, talk a little New Orleans Saints. So we are going to have some of that LSU defensive conversation, some new edge rushers, a new will linebacker, a new starting free safety. What does it mean for the Tigers? We'll break it down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GetGordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. A couple of ways you can get in contact with the G team at GetGordon.com. You can have a chat with a live agent right there on the homepage. You also can put your area code anywhere in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888, so 318-985-504-225-337. It does not matter. Just follow it with the H. You can have a conversation with them. It's always online. Their handle is going to be at GetGordon. Get Gordon and get it done.
Try to be a part of the G team. We know the G team. We know all the work that Gordon McKernan does in the NIL space. We also know all the great work that he does in the community. But Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys are, at the heart of everything. They are here to fight for you. Every person in Louisiana. Look, if you've accidents happen, things happen. Just know that there's a team to fight for you. So if you've been injured, whether it's a car accident, whether it's on the job, whatever the case may be, make sure you give them a call. Like Jake said, 888-8888. Get Gordon, and get it done.
Live from the 2026 SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Presented by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber, and Farish Construction and Roofing.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live, continuing our coverage of SEC Media Days. I want to tell you about our friends over at Ochsner. Whether you're dealing with a sports injury, joint pain, or just woke up one morning and something doesn't feel right, don't wait to get it checked out. The team at Ochsner Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here to help you get back to what you love doing, and that care is going to be fast. They are going to have that walk-in clinic located right inside the Elite Training Complex on Burbank. There's no appointment necessary. They even offer on-site x-rays so you can get the answers quickly. Learn more or find a location at ochsner.org. Ochsner Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, keeping you in the game. All right, let's take a look, Matthew, at LSU's defense. So we talked about it in length a year ago. You brought in 2 edge rushers. They had a combined 3 sacks. That's not good enough. So they go out and they get Prince Will Umuelun. They get Jordan Ross. They get Malik Blockton, who that was actually the Auburn question that we got inside of the press conference there. Those are 3 players that are going to be additions. Now you got other ones. Jalen Brown's going to be coming in. You bring in Green as well to be a defensive tackle. And the young defensive tackles that all have pass rush ability, certainly guys we're excited about. Umuelun is somebody that we've known because, well, he's played in the SEC for a long time. He comes over from Ole Miss. That is a player that is a top 90 NFL draft choice, right? And probably can improve on that, probably will improve on that. Jordan Ross is somebody that I had a conversation with Whit Weeks probably about 3 months ago that he continued to highlight in our conversation, okay? I think those 2 guys are as important as anybody because, like, T.J. Daugherty is a really good player, played a ton of football, redshirt senior, starter at Ole Miss, captain, the whole deal. But, like, your linebacker room, you had some guys that, of course, Whit Weeks, you got Zach Weeks, you have Devon Keys, who's played a lot of football at LSU. Maybe not as much of a necessity. Now, he's going to be a player. He's going to start. You had to get some help at edge rusher.
Yeah, it's got to be the defense last year was the one bright spot for most of the year, or a lot of the year last year. Certainly one of the bright spots because it certainly went on the offensive side of the ball. And you did it with no pass rush from your edge rusher, no threat of that. So it does. If you want to become the defense that people fear, not just the defense that is productive.
Yeah.
If you want to be the defense that is feared, you have to, like, no question about it. You have to be able to create a pass rush when you rush 4 people. You have to do it. You don't want to have to rely on manufacturing pressure. Now, Blake Baker is one of the best at manufacturing pressure.
Yeah.
By bringing, he just lines up. You never know where he loves bringing the cat blitz. He loves bringing the weak side corner blitz. He brings them he brings safeties off the edge. He'll bring a strong safety plus a wheel back. Like, he just does a lot of different things to create pressure, but you don't want that to be a crutch. You want to be able to pressure the quarterback.
Want it to be a change of pace.
You want it to be a change of pace, because offenses, especially good offenses with good with offensive line that have sound technique and a good smart quarterback, like, they will start to pick you up throughout the year. Now, you're going to get home some, but you want to be able to put the fear in offenses. You want to have to make their running backs and their tight ends chip on the way out.
Yeah.
Slow them down.
Right.
So we did not have that a year ago. Hopefully, we do get that. I don't know if we're going to have the elite guy. I don't know. Maybe somebody steps up to the game and pushes 8, 9, 10. I have no idea what that would be. We will all kind of find out and figure that out. But if you want to be a feared defense, you have to be able to create pressure on the quarterback when you're only rushing 4.
I will guarantee you, I like my odds here, that they're going to have more than 3. Emmanuel Allen had 9 by himself last year.
Yeah, it'd be if he has 9 this year, you will be a feared defense.
I think so too. If you get 9 from him and you get 5.5 from the other side, think about how much, 14.5 compared to 3 from your starting edges.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can't even tell you how much more that does for your defense, and for Blake Baker to know, like, when he does decide to send that corner cat, it's not going to be something they're ready for, because they don't know when it's coming.
Yep.
Now, last year, because you couldn't get to the quarterback with, just rushing 4, on third downs, they probably said, hey, alert corner cat. And then you adjusted your route to it, and then here comes a completion because the safety can't get there because they're ready for it.
Yep. It's exciting. The defensive backfield, the secondary is going to be exciting for me. Of course, there's a lot of talk about Ty Benefield coming over. I think he's getting, rightfully so, a lot of preseason write-ups. He's getting a lot of props coming into the preseason. I think he's going to be a huge factor this season. Then, of course, DJ Pickett, rightfully so, just a tall, just freak, right? I expect him to take a big jump from his year 1 to year 2. Tamarcus Cooley, of course, has a lot of experience to lean on. But when we sat here at this table and we asked him to pick one player on the entire team that he was excited to see play, that people should be to look at, he said P.J. Woodland at corner. So I'm extremely excited about the secondary. And again, it just goes back. If Emmanuel Allen can have 9 sacks again, if he can just repeat his production from 1 year ago in the same conference, playing against, mostly the same teams, then this defense will be feared.
Yeah, that's another good point. It's not like he's coming over from the American and we're hoping it translates to the SEC. He's literally going to be playing 90% of the same teams.
No question.
They played from a year ago. All right, we will take a look at the defensive backfield a little bit, as you said.
What's funny is, like, I'm looking at this. I got your website up, the Our Lads.
Yeah.
And it is funny looking at the offense and the defense side by side, because when you look at this website, everybody in blue is returning. Everybody in yellow or gold is brand new.
It's new, coming in as a transfer, and then the pinkish purple is freshman.
Yep. And so it has your first team and then your second team on there. And you look at the defense, I can count 5. And the first team and second team combined, there are 8 new additions to the defense. When you look at the offensive side of the ball, on first and second team combined, there is 6 returning people on offense as your starting and your immediate backup. So quite the difference. And that,
a lot of yellow.
And that tells you exactly what the problems were a year ago. And that's why you spend all the money to get rid of your coach. And that's why you spend all the money to go and get one of the best offensive minds in the country.
Yeah, and it's something good to point out because it looks completely different. And, you know, I was going to go to a guy coming in on the defense because there's not many. And we talked about the edge rushers already, but Ty Benefield, hopefully Taylor's in a safe position,
Seriously,
is
sitting down.
somebody that everyone's talking about. Now, again, we are projecting that he can take it from the Mountain West Conference to the SEC. Now, in spring, he did. In spring, coaches talked about it, you know, his presence on and off the field, all those things. But he's an All-American type safety at Boise State. Can he translate that to the SEC? Because you mentioned DJ Pickett, you mentioned P.J. Woodland. TaMarcus Cooley is somebody I loved watching play, undersized, but he wasn't afraid of the battle, wasn't afraid of the fight, made plays all over the place. But you're trying to replace A.J. Hawsey, a player that went in the 3rd round, a player that we both really liked, a player that had a high motor and gave you everything he had. And, I mean, that Vanderbilt game, it felt like he was doing so much heavy lifting. Like, he tried to will the team to victory. He just couldn't get it done by himself.
Yeah, he led by example last year. Sometimes the guys around him did not match the intensity and the effort. Now, that wasn't a common factor for our defense last year. Like, they again, the bright spot of the team last year was mostly the defense, right? But A.J. Hawsey, man, that guy was fun to watch. So, yeah, Ty Benefield comes in, and he's got big shoes to fill. But so do the corners. So, you know, that's college football. That's at LSU. You're going to have big shoes to fill all the time. So he comes over, and like you said, does it translate? Emmanuel Allen, it's going to translate because, again, he'll probably go against some of the same tackles he did last year and got sacks off of. But does it transfer from Boise to LSU? Well, I think talent transfers. Yeah. Especially at the safety position. Football's football, man.
And he'll have more talent around him.
Sure.
Yeah. Just in the defensive backfield, he won't have to do as much there, so that unlocks some things oftentimes. So we'll see if Ty Benefield can make that leap from the Mountain West to the SEC like we think he can. We are going to step away on time. It's not that big of a deal.
Got one more segment left.
We do.
And the whole.
That's true.
In our week here, at least.
Week here.
Yep.
Yes, and we're going to do a little Ask the Bench when we come back to wrap it up live from SEC Media Days.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com, residential commercial trash pickup service. Also, they've got roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. You give them a call, let them know what your project is, and they're going to make sure you have the right size dumpster at your project. Now, they also have the sanitation department. If you are looking for a portable restroom on your job site at your event, they come in, they drop it off, they pick it up. It is no hassle for you. Go to the website today, see what they can do, trashrangers.com.
That's right, Trash Rangers, the most reliable trash removal service and waste removal service in all of Louisiana. So, you know, the dumpsters, the roll-off dumpsters, the commercial dumpsters. Well, it's also the portable toilets. They're Trash Rangers Sanitation Department. You can go to their website right now, trashrangers.com, and look at that. If you have a construction company, if you have a project happening outside, or maybe you just have an event that you're throwing outside, well, make sure you're giving the best a call, and that's Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com.
Live from the 2026 SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Presented by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber, and Farish Construction and Roofing.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, one final segment here from Tampa, Florida, SEC Media Days. Before we get to Ask the Bench, I want to remind you that Pala right now looking for experienced vessel fitters in Hammond, America. If you can read blueprints, fit pressure vessels, and take pride in quality craftsmanship, Pala wants to hear from you right now. Experienced vessel fitters can earn a $1,000 hiring bonus after just 30 days of employment. You also get excellent pay, steady overtime with work scheduled well into 2027, full bennies, paid vacation, and employee ownership through Pala's ESOP program. Build your future with a company that's investing in its people. PalaGroup.com, PALA Group.com. All right, let's get to a little Ask the Bench, brought to you by Ice Cold Dos Equis. It's always a great time to go for Dos.
Always. I can't think of a time of day where it's not right. Ask the bench here. I want lettuce on my burger. Is that okay?
Isn't there like a deal with lettuce going on right now?
Yeah, there is. There's something. Is it dirty? Has it got the salmonella on it?
I don't know what it is, but there's something going on with some lettuce right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. From a flavor perspective, lettuce is bringing much to the table anyways. I think it's just more for the crisp, the crunch maybe.
I like lettuce.
I mean, I have nothing against it. I mean, tomato doesn't touch my burger, but lettuce is fine.
No majors on that, huh?
No. What's the point?
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Did you know Jarvis Landry faked a hamstring injury during his combine after his first 40-yard dash because his agent told him he couldn't run a second one due to his first run being too slow at 4.77?
It's a very specific story. I don't know. I did not know that, if that's true.
I saw him tell the story on his podcast with Leonard Fournette that after he ran a 4.77, his agent's like, hey, you don't need to do that again. And so he faked the hamstring injury. Had a long career.
Well, it worked then. Good fake.
It was. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Saw the Odyssey last night. It was simply fantastic. Plans to go see it? And what's your favorite Nolan movie? I've already seen it as well. Saw it the day before we came to SEC Media Days.
I have not seen it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I couldn't see it last week. I was out on vacation. So it's I can't wait to see it. I love all the Nolan movies. But what's my favorite one? I'm blanking on it.
Interstellar?
Yeah, Interstellar.
I like Prestige. I love that one.
Prestige.
I like Memento as well, too.
They're all good. I saw that he wants to do a horror film next. Or at some point in his career.
I did see that'd be awesome. I'm not really into that genre,
yeah, me
but
neither.
that would be, I think, cool to do something different. So I still don't know how to pronounce this word, but yesterday, and the question's about this. Yesterday, I was doing radio with Doring, and he pulled out this, it was like a steel roller for your face, and he had like another tool for his face that's supposed to get the puffiness out. It starts with a Gasha? I don't know. They want to know if you have one of those in your backpack like Doring.
I don't. Is that the thing that you keep cold?
Yeah, I think so. It was like this little steel roller. He said he didn't want to be puffy. I said you don't want to be Diddy either.
What
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be Puff Daddy. You don't want to be P Diddy. You don't want to be any of
God, that wasn't your best.
that. No,
I thought you were doing a baby oil joke or something.
No, it's like you just don't want to be puffy or
I don't have one of those. I bet it feels good though. A little coldness on your face, wake you up a little bit.
Yeah. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Other than LSU, who has the best helmet in the SEC? Best helmet.
I mean, old school Tennessee's good. I like the simplicity of the Longhorn helmet, the white.
Oh, that actually, yeah, that's
good.
good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a good clean white.
Yeah, good, clean fun there.
Good, clean fun.
Best helmet in the NFL. I like the Chargers.
Packers.
Hester will be at your camp Saturday. Can I get a high five? Absolutely. You bet.
Nope.
You can get one from Flynn, too.
Sorry, you can't get a high five. Nope.
You can get a high five. You can get a dap up. Hashtag Ask the Bench. What was the last thing Harper said? He didn't get me with that.
No, we're
He ain't about to say roll nothing up in here.
You ain't going to get us.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Did y'all hit Busch Gardens yet? No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't hit it. I was working more than I thought I was. I'm going to be honest with you. The old time zone got me too. I'm like, I'm going to get done at 4. No, you ain't.
Mm-hmm.
You're
No,
done
you're
at 5.
No, you're not. Hashtag Ask the Bench. What's the best card in y'all's collection? Mine's a Joe Burrow rookie optic downtown, he says. Best card in my collection is a Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
1 of 1.
Ooh, nice.
I'm blanking on the brand. It's a patch auto with it's ones that has like the little diamonds in it. They've only run it in football a couple times. It wasn't flawless. Blanking on it, but it's a very very nice card.
My best is probably I have got a Topps Chrome Nick Kurtz auto to 5. On card auto to 5. Rookie.
There we go.
Yeah, probably my best card.
Yeah. I got a Joe Burrow rookie auto. PSA 10. It's a good one.
Yeah, you got
But that just-
you got a lot of them. But
I've sold some good ones. So I sold a rookie numbered Tom Brady that was PSA 10.
hashtag Ask the Bench. Would you rather your team, your NFL team, go 8-9 and win the division and go to the playoffs, or go 9-8 and miss the playoffs? Make the playoffs.
Go to the playoffs.
Yeah, get into the tournament. Who knows?
Yeah, go to the playoffs.
Why not?
For sure.
The 9-7 Giants team win the Super Bowl one time.
Easy question.
Do you like the Saints all-black uniforms? Do the mustard yellow throwbacks look better than all of the Saints uniforms? The Saints need to go back to the Bobby Hebert days of uniforms, like gold helmet, black jerseys, gold pants, state of Louisiana on the uniform.
Well, I don't mind. I like the all whites though. Is it throwback? Is that it?
Oh, you're talking about, the ones that they wore in like their color rush or whatever they called that
Yeah,
for a while.
yeah, those look
had like
really
a little
good.
bit of throwback nature to it,
Gold is hard to do. Gold is tough to do, and it's tough to make look good.
Yeah. But I don't like the all black.
And I know they used to do it, but pant technology has changed, and it's hard to get gold on your pants. It's got to be some version of yellow.
I mean, dude, if you can put a man on the moon, you can get some gold football
You can do
players,
it. You
bro.
can do it. Technology's there. Had a great time this week.
It's been fun.
It's been great. Yeah, it's
Tampa's been a good host.
My second SEC Media Days in the books. I'm here on Digital Drive. A little disappointed that we didn't get more questions in. Asked Tulane Kiffin today, so no fireworks there, but he played it right. He talked for a long time and avoided a lot of questions. So.
Yep, he did. Next year will be in Nashville.
Yep.
For SEC Media Days.
Yep. And never forget, Whitwick's lied to us.
He did. The man said he would watch Varsity Blues, and he did not.
Well, we'll be back in Baton Rouge tomorrow.
We will. We'll be back. Same
Bright and
time,
early.
same place tomorrow. We'll see you then. Go America.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BayouAutomotive.com, BayouAutomotive.com. For Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. They got a little bit of everything down there in Laplace, Louisiana. Now, you don't have to drive to Laplace. We tell you every day you can buy your vehicle on BayouAutomotive.com, and they'll deliver the vehicle straight to your door. Also, when you buy from Bayou Automotive, when you need maintenance, they are going to pick your vehicle up, give you a loaner, and then they'll bring the vehicle back to you. It's an incredible service that they offer over there at Bayou Automotive. Check out the Black Widow packages as well. It's in multiple Rams, Jeeps. Right now, I've got the F-150. They do it better than anybody in the country. That's not lip service. That's just fact. Go to BayouAutomotive.com.
Yeah, one word to explain Bayou Automotive is easy. Man, it's just easy to work with them. If you got to buy a new vehicle, you don't have to go to the lot. You can. They got a great spot. But you can also buy a new car from the comfort of your home, from that current car you're in. You can open up that phone, go to BayouAutomotive.com, pick it, and they will drive it to you because they got 9 full-time drivers on set ready to bring the new vehicle to you. BayouAutomotive.com.